With everything that happens in Deltarune, you never see someone rank the combat. Like, I've seen the characters ranked and the music ranked, but just never how hard a normal encounter is. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is just based off my gameplay though. I think it's safe to say I represent the masses. The casual player who's beaten the game 9 or 10 times, but, you know, can't no-hit the game with their eyes closed. With that being said, I think it's time to segue in toward the actual ranking. Rudin is our first enemy of Deltarune. He's got easy to dodge diamonds, and I think it's safe to say he's not that hard. But of course he's not, he's the first enemy. It's safe to put him in D tier, right where he belongs. Hathy, the support enemy. Hathy traps you in a heart that rotates when he's by himself, but when with other enemies, he'll trap you in a heart circle. Toby even uses 3 Hathys as a joke encounter because Lancer's stupid. I'm sorry, Lancer. Otherwise, I can't give him any more than a D tier. Jigsawry the Jigsaw is a jigsaw that traps you in a jigsaw puzzle, so for that, he gets a jigsaw tier. Ponamans actually use a pretty similar attack to the Rudin, but they use them better and faster, so I think they've earned a place above... So for that, I give them the tier above, and they get C tier. I cannot emphasize how annoying this mob is when you're just trying to get the Jevil key parts, and this thing is just always there, with its stupid ass flying bunnies and throwing carrots. Fighting one of them honestly isn't that hard, they just throw a rabbit or throw carrots at you. But when there's 2 or 3 of them, that's when it starts getting difficult. Combining the attacks and making it pretty hard and kind of bullet hellish. So they've earned their spot in the B tier. Rudin Rager is nothing but a fancy title. These things have worse attacks than normal Rudins. Literally all they do is throw swords at you. They don't even use their diamonds. Did they just forget? I don't get it. But anyways, these things aren't that good, so they've earned their spot in the D tier. They've earned it. Jorona, Head Hathy, the first enemy but for winners. They actually just use better attacks than the Hathy, literally, with closing heart circles and a better moving object that just moves diagonally rather than left, up, right, left, or down. So I think they've earned their right in C tier. Werewire, the first enemy of Chapter 2. And they have pretty slow and TP farming attacks, but when they're by themselves, the attacks get faster and honestly they kind of trip me up. So they get their spot in C tier. The task in the cat knows a lot about that. A little cat that throws yarn and little screams? What are these things? But anyway, they're pretty easy to dodge and they're pretty good TP farm. So they earn their spot in the D tier. Virokun, testing this bullshit because it broke off. Testing because I'm dumb? Virokun. Man, this thing's really hard, and it honestly has no reason to be that hard. They have attacks that combine and explode. These things are annoying, and I hate them. But that's what this tier list is for, so they've earned their spot in the A tier. Pop-ups do as their name suggests, which is just popping up on the battle screen, blocking any bullets that could hit you. They're really not that hard, but they're just a little bit annoying, so they've earned their spot at the bottom of C tier. Ambulance. Their first attack pattern is just the simple, dodge some bullets. But then the next attack pattern, you're dodging cars playing Flappy Road and Death Simulator. These things are pretty annoying, and honestly, if you're not paying attention, they will kill you if you're not careful. So they've earned their right in the A tier. I wish I could become immune to mouse as much as Noelle does, because dude, these things are annoying. It's already hard enough to dodge a bunch of little mice running at you when you've got a mouse cursor following you, but when you've got to deal with these big ass fucking New York rats chasing you, man, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother. These things get A tier. I hate them, but they get A tier. Bibis. What the fuck do I do with this thing? I really mean it when I hate this, but I hate Werewire. Werewire is the same as Werewire, but his attack patterns are just so fast and they're annoying as hell. He's annoying to spare, he's annoying to fight, and when you fight him in Chapter 2 All-Stars, fuck this guy. But he's in the first spot, at the top of the S tier. The Queen's Butlers themselves, the Swatchlings, they have the three main blues. They have 3 mains of attacks. When they turn blue, they will jump around in the battle box as the bullets themselves. When they're red, they'll shoot birds at you. And when they're yellow, they'll shoot you with some serving trays. Sparing them is honestly kind of annoying, but they're actually pretty fun to fight with their mechanic. So they earn their spot in the B tier. Shadow Guys, the first enemies of Chapter 3. They shoot literal bullets and play bad sax. Honestly, they're not that hard, but they are kind of bullet hellish, so they've earned their right in the B tier. The water cooler.
I'm moving a lot.
Don't make me do this. I don't want to. Okay. The water cooler. Shut up! I hardly know her! I hardly know her! Shudda is really annoying. Even though I haven't actually died to their attack patterns, they are really hard to dodge. So annoying. How many times can I say annoying in one sentence? They've earned their right in the S tier. Ribbit. It's an Undertale Ribbit, but he's on steroids now. Literally just the same attack patterns as a Ribbit, but faster and stronger and better. But even so, Ribbit kind of sucks, so Ribbit kind of sucks, so they get the D tier. Zapper, the final enemy of Chapter 3, but his attack patterns, they honestly kind of suck. He'll shotgun diamonds at you, and he'll also shoot beams of light, which are an easy TP for him. But I suppose that was the point, because you use these things in Tenna's boss fight, or his first fight, not really his complete boss fight. But either way, he's not that hard, so he's earned his right in the D tier. Gui, the first enemy of Chapter 4. They have easy dodgeable fire attacks, but they also have these attacks that I think is them clawing at you. They're a little annoying, but they aren't that hard, so I think it's safe to give them the C tier treatment. Balthazar. Balthazar uses smoke to close you in when there's multiple of them, but when there's just one, he'll just actually swing around and shoot smoke at you. But either way, it's pretty easy. It looks bullet hellish, but it's just easy, so he gets D tier. Every chapter needs a TP farm, and for this one, it's the Mizzle. Half circles that close in on you are surprisingly not that hard to dodge. The only attack that's hard to dodge with this thing is when you have to not wake it up, but besides that, it really isn't that difficult of an attack. These things have earned their right in the D tier. Bibliox. Tornadoes, fire, and bubbles. What a way to make a bullet hell of an enemy, Toby. Two of them combine different elements to create the ultimate bullet hell. One of them is basically just an Undertale fan game on steroids. So I think it's safe to say I'm putting them in the fucking S tier. No, not you again. The holy water cooler. Do you think a water cooler like fell on Toby while he was developing Chapter 3 and 4? Seems to have a weird obsession with them. I really wonder where I'm gonna put this one. Can't really make the same joke twice. Wingblade. Wait, isn't this thing a fucking weapon in the first arc? Wingblade. Our own weapon is turned against us. Now this thing is shotgunning triangles at us and shooting orbs. But honestly, it's not that kind of difficult. It's not that kind of difficult. It's actually pretty difficult to dodge, so it gets the B tier. Organic. They shoot music notes as well as beams of light. The difficulty doesn't really matter whether there's one or two. You just kind of have to pay attention and dodge their attacks.
That's the game.
Wickable. You only really encounter this thing when you're by yourself, but it's really not that hard of an attack. It uses a bell that hits the wall and shoots bullets at you, so they really aren't that hard. I'm putting them at the bottom of D tier. They've earned it. Titan Spawn. The final mob of Chapter 4. Yeah, these things aren't that hard. You have a circle of light that just melts them on the first attack, so you could literally just stand still. These are of no challenge to you at all. But honestly, I don't think they're meant to be a challenge, considering they're just a tutorial to the actual Titan boss. Which also isn't that hard. Unless you suck ass! So yeah, I'm putting these things in D tier. Well, that's it, folks. We finally did it. The Deltarune mobs have been... What?
There's Chapter 5.
What about... No, that's not for like a couple months.
No, it's been out for like a week, I think.
What? But we already wrote the script. No! Dude, it's like 7 hours. You know how long that's gonna take?
It's like 20 minutes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The light was pretty fast.
What? Floridon. Floridon is the first enemy of Chapter 5 and has pretty simple attack patterns, but they are pretty hard when there's two of them and it becomes pretty bullet hellish. But besides that, I think they've earned their right in the C tier. Cheery. What's the power scaling oh, fuck Siri! Power scaling says these guys are now as powerful as fucking Tenna, the Roaring Knight, and now as themselves. Anyway, they're pretty hard because, you know, the battle boss is split in half and you gotta go up and down. But even though it's hard, it also isn't that hard. So I'll have to put them in the C tier. Netsuke is a shapeshifter. It has one attack pattern if you don't actually use the Faker Act, but if you do choose the Faker Act, then it'll just use the Ghosts of Christmas Past to attack you. So I kind of have to put it in the C tier. Not too hard, but not too easy. Shit. Wow, this guy's actually kind of easy. He has two attack patterns, either being a Scarecrow, which is an easy TP farm, or being an off-brand Jevil's Knife. How many times are they gonna fucking mention Jevil in this chapter? Well, actually, that's a good thing. It's about time he got some love. But unlike Jevil's Knife, he's really easy to dodge. So I can't put this guy any higher than D tier. Leafling. This thing's actually kind of cute and it reminds me of Earthbound. Actually, that might have been the point. God damn you, tricky dick Tony. Anyway, its attack patterns are pretty simple, and when there's two of them, it'll use the mysterious wind to trip you up. But besides that, it's not that hard. So I'll have to put him in the D tier. Caca! Bertley Jr. If there's two of these things, it can get pretty bullet hellish, but honestly their attack patterns even then are not that hard. It's an easy fight nonetheless, and I'll have to put them in C tier. Terracotta. Really wonder what this thing is supposed to be. Anyway, Terracotta uses plants to attack you, either using a pine tree to shoot up at you or just flowers to follow you and explode. But his attack patterns aren't that hard. His design is pretty cool though, I kind of like him. His design is really what carries him to the C tier and not D tier. Shinobeetle.
It's Shinobeetle.
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 They're the final enemy of Chapter 1, and he's pretty similar to the Undertale enemy. If there's two, they'll attack you with exploding ninja stars, which are actually pretty cool. And I got hit with these more times than I can count, and more times than I should have. But when there's just one, they'll start dancing. They'll groove. They're the GOAT. But for that, I can't put them any higher than a C tier. Alright. That's the end. It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, chapter 6 and 7 are coming out.
Oh, thank God. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. After all this...
That's good.
After all this, I have my final rating on who the worst, hardest, and my most hated character in Deltarune is. It's Wire. To be honest, they were the whole reason I made this video. They whipped me so bad, it made me wonder, how hard are the others compared to him? Anyway, we've got some pretty crackpot theories in mind, so get ready for an hour-long theory on Gaster's development team.
Excuse me?